Football League. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Come on, baby.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down right around the 25. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Stark, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run this one in. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Orbits have moved out in front.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We play to win.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Right back to him on 1st down. Powering forward, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. up to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Orbits are able to widen their advantage. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. On second down now. Start. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this one complete on the slant route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 36. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this 1st half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins won't need to run the table and get help to be a playoff team, but they remain alive as they move to 5-8 on the year. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Detroit Lions. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that 1st half, and they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters, and that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now he'll He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Flush to his right. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Orbits take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They go play action here on 1st down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. 8 yards to go on second down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Ravens. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a dump off here complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 61 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. but time definitely a big factor at this stage of the game.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Orbits are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
They'll look to throw. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack.
been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
36.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought two words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Orlando, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.